Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the extended version of the reading here on Patreon. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's reading. As I said in the first reading on YouTube, I am going to be leaving this a bit more open-ended than usual. So simply by being here and contributing your energy, your frequency to the reading, you are an active co-creator of all of the messages and pieces of information that come through. Now, with that being said, I do channel many different people, situations, and energies, both in the main readings and in these extended readings as well. So always be sure to use your intuition above all else when it comes to determining which messages are meant for you and which might be meant for others. Okay, so I am starting today by shuffling the Energy Oracle cards deck, and the first card to come out here is the Sun card in the upright position. So this is the most powerful card for new beginnings, and I'm hearing that energetically speaking, you are firmly in this brand new timeline, this brand new phase of your life. In fact, you may have even sensed or felt the shift recently, either at the mental, emotional, or energetic level. I'm also getting that your social landscape may feel as though it's changing very quickly at times. So there may be certain people who will connect with you in this brand new timeline temporarily and then seem to just kind of drop out of your life and then possibly come back around again. And the reason for all of this kind of change that may be happening either romantically or in your social circles is because you are actually holding a very stable new frequency that is aligning you to a higher timeline. But there are many people around you who have what we would consider to be an unstable frequency. So a frequency that tends to change a lot. So kind of to drop down and then rise back up. So essentially, while you are holding this stable frequency at a higher vibrational level, you are calling others upwards to a higher frequency. You are inspiring them to those higher perspectives. And sometimes they will align with that higher level and therefore align with you on this higher timeline. And in those times, you will feel as though you are connecting really well. Conversation seems to flow. You might be in more active communication or interaction physically. But then because, again, there are many people around you who don't necessarily hold themselves stable at that higher vibration, if they drop back down, you might find that there's just a bit of a disconnect. So sometimes the two of you are connecting and things feel so fluid and easy. Other times it may feel very much the opposite. And I feel someone's guides reminding them to really stay open and surrendered in all of that. This is why it's so important at this time, especially, to not be holding on too tightly to anyone or anything that seems to be entering or leaving your life, because everything is temporary and it's all about frequency and how our frequency aligns with the frequency of people around us. And this is increasingly affecting our physical reality as we go through this collective ascension. In fact, now, as opposed to 5, 10, or 20 years ago, you're going to notice more and more that you can't artificially hold yourself in someone's physical life when the frequencies are very opposite or very different. Whereas in the past, when we collectively were in a denser vibration, we actually were capable of, to an extent, kind of forcefully holding people in our lives or being held personally in the lives of other people whose frequency was very opposite of our own. Again, this is all changing very fast and can be kind of disorienting as you are someone who is very consciously aware of this collective ascension taking place and how it's affecting you. It can be disorienting to realize that your old ways of connecting or of keeping certain people in your physical life simply don't work in the same way anymore. Now, of course, this collective ascension has affected us in many other ways as well, not just in the way that we relate to other people, but in the way that we go about working or doing whatever we do on a daily basis, following our soul purpose. In the past, we were actually able to force ourselves to do a certain series of set action steps to achieve certain results. And you could take that in so many different ways. This applies to many different areas of our life. But increasingly, there is the necessity to allow ourselves to be deeply intuitively guided, to be fluid and flexible and capable of listening to and following that in the moment intuitive guidance, really living in that present moment so we can follow the intuitive guidance in the moment rather than attempting to pre-plan all of the action steps out in advance. This is another very big change that many of us are feeling at the personal level that's reflecting the changes happening energetically for the collective. Okay, so what else can I channel? Whoa, right as I said that, we have the Temple Path card upright, sitting on the crown chakra. Whenever this card comes out in the reading, I always feel as though someone's guides are simply wanting to directly say, you are on the right path here. I'm hearing you are on the trail of something really beautiful that you are beginning to possibly catch a whiff of or see some of the early evidence of, but maybe you aren't really seeing it in full-blown physical form yet. This feels like you being on the path of something, whether that is a particular life path, a business, an idea, a relationship. It feels like you being on the trail of something that is really aligned with you at a core level and carries a lot of potential for deep fulfillment, but that you may not be able to fully consciously physically see and observe yet. And I'm hearing trust the path is leading you to where you want to be. We also have all tied up in the upright position. So I feel I'm speaking now specifically to someone who is highly intuitive and very connected to their own intuition. However, the complicating thing happening in this person's life is that you are highly intuitively connected, but when it comes to something at this moment in your life, it's almost like your intuition has you at a standstill or in a place that might look stuck either to your physical human mind or to other people. So it's as though you're listening to your intuition, but your intuition has you at a red light. Now, of course, this could be in any area of your life. It could be in relationships, in work, finances, life path. But I want to get some details on this. So how is someone here feeling stuck? I'm hearing in the stuckness, a deep activation and energetic rebalancing is taking place that is laying the foundation for this whole new chapter of your life. With Magician and the Mirror reversed, this speaks to a highly internalized process of energetic activation and rebalancing taking place. So most likely, whatever is balancing out in your life is happening at a really deep internal level. So it's most likely not something you can visibly see or observe. Someone I'm speaking to here may also be on a twin flame path, although that doesn't have to be the case because this is the Magician and the Mirror card. Can I get some clarifiers? Strategy in the upright position. So everything is happening according to plan, meaning your own soul's blueprint, your higher self's plan for this lifetime. So specifically, if you felt stuck in a certain area of your life as a result of not taking action before your intuition gives you the green light, you're being asked to trust the red lights here, to trust the pause, to trust where other people may judge you as being stuck. Because from a spiritual perspective, a higher level perspective, everything is right on track here. We have Angel of Love upright. So this is really your overall energy, someone who is very connected to their heart space at this time and emanating this energy of unconditional love that is very powerful and is being felt very strongly at this time for others on the quantum field. So the quantum field, of course, is encompassing really this whole collective web of consciousness where we are all unconsciously connected to each other in varying degrees, depending on the similarity or difference between our core soul frequency. So those who are more similar to us are naturally closer to us in a sense in the quantum field. So those are the ones who will be hearing this signal the strongest, your soulmates, potential twin flames, etc. Now, a message came through between readings, a strong download for someone, which is your energetic presence in others' lives, not even your physical presence. So this may be people you are connected to spiritually or in consciousness that you don't even necessarily have consistent contact or any contact with in the physical world. You simply being closely connected to someone energetically actually benefits them and manifests things into their life as an effect, a ripple effect of your energy. It's almost like there is a net around you of protection and security and natural vibrational upliftment where anyone who's kind of under that net receives a benefit. This was a very strange message, but it just speaks to the power of your energetic signal. You do a lot of inner work on yourself, a lot of energy work. You are most likely someone who spends a lot of time in certain spiritual practices, whether that is meditation, visualization, whatever you are doing. The interesting thing is, even if you are not consciously attempting to manifest certain things for people around you or connected to you, those who are connected to you are extremely blessed and lucky because they are actually experiencing an upliftment kind of unconscious benefit of your energy. This is why you will sometimes find if someone is cut off from your energy, meaning if you kind of cut someone off from access to you, they might find that certain things in their life feel as though they are going wrong. And this won't be in all cases, but in some cases, they may even think that you cast some kind of a spell on them or you did something to give them this bad luck. But of course, that isn't the case. You simply revoked their access to your high vibrational frequency, which is like this generator that powers not only you, but those who are closely connected to you energetically, especially in a conscious way. So someone who meets you and connects with you and becomes a more dominant part of your consciousness, meaning you're naturally feeding them more of your energy through thinking about them, naturally including them kind of in your aura, in your thoughts. This will bring opportunities and positive benefits into their life, into the lives of those who are connected to you. That's how powerful your energy is and how much of a rare privilege it is to be connected to you, again, particularly in a conscious way. And I'm not sure why this is coming up specifically, but there may be someone relatively new in your life who is beginning to experience that benefit I'm hearing you are the best spiritual connection. It's like where people talk about the importance of having connections in the physical 3D world when it comes to work or career. It's almost like you are a powerful spiritual connection. Like being connected to you spiritually is like being connected to someone that we consider to be a celebrity or a quote unquote powerful person in the 3D physical world. And there may be someone who is beginning to experience that benefit who is relatively new in your life. This may be something that people tend to take for granted as well if they don't consciously realize that you and your frequency are what is creating this effect in their life. This is a very interesting and strange message. So I'm not sure who manifested this through the reading today. But thank you for sharing your frequency here, because I feel many who are listening in here will relate to that message to some degree. Yeah, we have cornucopia in the upright position, the powerful card for manifestation. Someone connected to you is definitely experiencing a bit of an uplift in their own energy as a result of being connected to you. This could be platonic, this could be a romantic interest. I feel like someone is either getting a raise or an opportunity at work or something connected to their job that they might even tell you about or want to share with you, but what they may or may not realize consciously is that this opportunity is coming in because of their connection to your energy, which has naturally uplifted their own frequency and magnetized some kind of positive opportunity into their life. Here we have contract in the reverse position. So you may have helped this person or someone else to free themselves from some kind of karmic pattern or cycle and to come home to the core of themselves in a deeper way with journey in the reverse position. This is an interesting energy. This may be someone completely different for some of you. Let me go ahead and reshuffle the cards here. So who is this person coming out of a karmic contract or cycle? Yeah, this person is opening up more to their spiritual nature. I just keep seeing someone peeling back the layers. So although this feels gradual, whoever is coming up here is going through either a new level of spiritual awakening or they're awakening for the first time and beginning to come back more to that core of their soul, of who they really are. How is this person coming back more to their core? Angel of strength upright. So meeting or connecting with you has felt almost like encountering an angel to this person or a spirit guide in physical form. But their human self seems to have underappreciated that opportunity. So although they're feeling the effect of having connected with you, meaning, again, they have some kind of new opportunity coming into their life, they are breaking free of some old, outdated karmic connections, patterns, or cycles. They are definitely going through a new level of spiritual awakening. But it seems like they're pretty blocked in the third eye chakra. And because of that, they haven't connected with the intuitive knowing that these benefits are actually coming from you. And so you actually may feel like this person underappreciates you or takes you for granted. Yeah, with adjacent possibilities reversed, this person seems to be actively trying to keep their mind closed. They are still going through this awakening, and yet at the same time, it's like they're trying to keep the door shut even as it's opening, the door being the doorway to higher levels of spiritual consciousness. They're definitely in resistance within themselves. They're in a bit of inner conflict here. Yeah, here we have the sacral chakra upright. So this person may say that they're just really trying to live in the moment or to focus on the present. but their soul is actually pushing them to try and see a bigger picture here. This may be someone who's very focused on what they can logically see or discern or touch, and you and your connection to them is meant to break them open to an entirely different spiritual realm, to a level of reality that is still very real and still very discernible once you have your third eye open, but is not necessarily physically visible. And that is what this person and their spirit guides seem to be kind of working with them to comprehend. But again, it's a bit of a battle because this person's very much in conflict with themselves. They carry a little bit of an immature energy. So for some of you, this may be someone who is younger in terms of earth years, or who just has a little bit to learn in their life before they will be fully open to some of these spiritual concepts or ideas. So this may be someone that you've planted a seed with, metaphorically speaking, at the energetic level, that is beginning to take root invisibly, but will take time to germinate and grow and continue to open their mind over the course of time. We are getting the yin yang card here in the upright position. So I do have to say, this is my number one twin flame card in the deck. So for some of you, this may be a twin flame connection, although that doesn't have to be the case for everyone. With the heart chakra up in the reverse position though, even if this is a twin flame, this person's heart is very closed off. So they're very much in their sacral chakra energy, in that sensual, kind of physical, tangible energy, present focused energy, but it's unbalanced because their heart is closed. So what else can I channel about this person? Yeah, they're very focused on whatever is physically around them. So you may be at a distance from this person. That doesn't necessarily have to be the case, but I see like this is someone who will focus on the people and things that are immediately surrounding them. But again, their spirit is trying to open their heart and push them to see beyond, to sense beneath what is just on that physical level and layer, and to feel that spiritual kind of essence of life and that spiritual bond that they are capable of sharing with others. Specifically with you, you are absolutely someone that this person does have a deeply spiritual bond with. Again, this could be a twin flame, could just be a very high level soulmate, but regardless, touching this connection or briefly interacting within this deeply spiritual connection was meant to begin to open their heart, open their mind, catalyze this awakening, and help them to see beyond the immediacy of what is from a purely physical perspective. So what else can I channel about this particular person or energy? Walking away. Okay, so they may have walked away or you may have walked away, but I feel as though someone has at least temporarily tried to disconnect from this connection in the physical. With the goddess of the moon upright, I see that regardless of who walked away, you, Divine Feminine, are very much in your power at this time. So you're coming up as this very empowered, goddess-like kind of energy, someone who is highly spiritually activated. And so either this person walked away because they were intimidated by just how activated your energy was, or you may have needed to walk away to preserve that very high vibrational state that you tend to maintain for yourself. So take that as it resonates for you personally. But I want to see a little more on how this connection potentially might move forward into the future. Someone coming to peace with something or no longer fighting something. This person may be specifically fighting their own intuition when it comes to connecting with you or to reaching out or to moving this forward. And you might actually be empathically picking up on some of their internal conflict towards you, meaning their own internal battle, like, should I reach out? No, I'm not going to. My intuition is trying to get me to contact them. No, I'm not going to do it. you actually might be feeling that battle happening in real time at the energetic level. And this actually could be creating a lot of confusion because you might be feeling this person's internal sense of conflict, whereas on the external, they may be appearing very apathetic. So this could make it tempting for you to reach out because you can sense what this person is internally struggling with. But I see it's very important to allow this person to come to terms with the connection on their own and to come forward from a place of centered confidence, not confidence based in ego, but confidence based in being really grounded in who they are at a deeper, more aligned level with the solar plexus chakra in the upright position. This person may be going through some kind of identity crisis at the time where they feel like they don't really know who they are. They also could be dealing with some kind of pain around their heart chakra. This actually might be why their heart is closed with the broken heart card here. They may either have an inner child wound that is causing them to walk away from you because they're afraid that you are going to break their heart because of that wounded pattern in their heart chakra that may have come from childhood or early adult relationships. For others of them, this actually may be a recent heartbreak or something difficult they've gone through romantically that has caused them to close off their heart. For whatever reason, I keep hearing vulnerability is weakness. That's how this person thinks. Of course, that's not the truth, but they believe that to be open with their emotions and to be vulnerable, meaning to have an open heart chakra with others, is actually a sign of weakness. So particularly if this is a masculine energy, I do feel they may have picked up some toxic masculine kind of programs throughout their life that are causing them to believe and to think and act in this way. With adjacent possibilities reversed, this person is trying to keep the doors to communication closed. They're working really hard to keep their throat chakra shut. And I'm hearing just to focus on physical material things, whether it's busying themselves with their work, distracting themselves. It's like this person is trying to do busy work or to distract themselves in ways that allow them to keep their throat chakra, their communication closed off towards you, who are most likely resonating here as the divine feminine with the goddess of the moon upright. But I'm getting that they're feeling you very strongly at a spiritual level. They may even be having dreams about you or thinking about you late at night or when they wake up in the morning. I'm getting the energy of like whenever this person can no longer distract themselves or busy themselves, you immediately tend to pop back into their mind. So what else can I channel about how this might move forward? So eventually something is going to trigger some kind of worry or fear in this person. This may be fear of losing you forever or shutting down communication forever, missing some kind of a chance here permanently. This also seems to have something to do with the broken heart card. So this person may realize that in this attempt to self-protect, to protect their heart, they might actually break their heart in an even more major way by missing some kind of very powerful and rare opportunity with you here. I do see moving into the near future, this person feeling very emotionally overwhelmed and unbalanced because of, I'm hearing ignoring their intuition is going to be catching up with them emotionally, where they're going to begin to feel very overwhelmed. With walking away upright, it's almost like someone, because we pulled this card earlier, and it's like them changing their mind or walking back the other direction, doing a 180. So if this person did disconnect and walk away, they may actually be coming back around, or if they walked towards someone else or try to pursue some other kind of connection to distract themselves, I do see them walking away from that particular person or situation and coming back around. This does have 180-degree change or turn kind of energy to it. What else will happen in this connection moving into the more distant future? Okay, so someone who hasn't been actively showing affection with caring connections reversed will be seeing a huge number of signs related to this connection. With the cornucopia card, they're going to be realizing that there's a lot of synchronicity here, things that couldn't just be coincidences. And how will those realizations affect this person? Okay, finally listening to their intuition or hearing their intuition clearly with the third eye chakra in the upright position, and of course the action card, taking some kind of positive forward movement action as they connect more consciously with that intuition. So I know that both of these readings have kind of been all over the board. I really just wanted to channel some of the many different energies that I felt coming, especially through this powerful eclipse season. So I do hope some messages here today resonated with you personally. I will be closing this reading with one final Rumi Oracle card. And the two cards to come out here are actually in a progression, which speaks to something progressing, something moving forward or transitioning. And we have Sacred Soul Sister and the Courage of Your Love. So I'm just going to be reading a little bit from the guidebook here. Sacred Soul Sister says, "There is a valid point of view that we travel through this path of our life journey alone. Yet there is a vaster perspective that we are never alone, that it would be impossible to really be alone. As if such community were not enough, there is a partner, an ally who journeys with you from birth to death and beyond, again and again. Your sacred soul sister is your partner in consciousness. Make no mistake, she is you. She is just that part of you so great, you cannot always see her from your conscious mind." And the Courage of Your Love says, "Love is without reason. Rationality is like a cane. Judgment needs a cane because it is blind. When love arrives, thought dies in its shadow. Love is the sunrise, while thought is only a flashing light." Rumi. You are an ancient one, with a heart older than the mountains. You are being asked to free yourself from the too small loves of the youthful heart and come to understand and accept the wisdom of your mature heart. Your mature heart is not cursed with hardness or detachment, but with compassion and tenacious devotion to the cause that is the most real and matters most, the quest for life of the human soul. Trust the courage of your heart. You are passion personified. That feels like a beautiful place to close the reading. Thank you so much again for tuning in today. I am sending you all so much love and light as always. Take care, and I will connect with you here again in Wednesday's Patreon reading.